31 people have been executed in Arkansas. Jack Harold Jones, April 24, 2017, lethal injection. On the evening of May 2, 1983, Regina Harrison, a 20-year-old college student, set out from her parents' home in Hollywood's North Beach neighborhood for a routine nighttime bike ride, but she never returned. Days later, her friends and family discovered her body discarded in the woods of Westlake Park. She had been strangled to death, and her body was found completely nude. Witnesses later reported seeing Harrison riding her bike with a tall, thin man with long hair who was also on a black bicycle. The investigation initially went cold, producing no leads for nearly 5 months. The breakthrough came when Fort Lauderdale detective John Curcio, who had previously helped capture Ronald Henry Stewart, a serial rapist active in Broward County, Florida and Harrison County, Mississippi during the late 1980s, saw a TV program discussing Harrison's case. Curcio noted that Stewart bore a striking resemblance to the suspect's sketch and was known to have had a black bicycle at the time of his arrest. A witness later identified Stewart as the man they had seen with Harrison on the beach. Subsequently, Stewart was charged with her murder. Fearing the death penalty, Stewart accepted a plea deal that allowed his sentence to run concurrently with his existing rape convictions. Despite evidence suggesting he may have been innocent, such as fingerprints at the scene not matching his, Stewart never retracted his confession nor claimed it was coerced while serving his sentence. He remained in prison until his death from cancer in 2008. In a separate case, Lorraine Lori Ann Barrett, a 32-year-old tourist from Bridgeville, Pennsylvania, was last seen at the Elbow Room, a bar located at the corner of Las Olas Boulevard and A1A State Road. Witnesses reported that she left the bar in the company of a heavily tattooed man and went with him to her room at the Days Inn Lauderdale Surf Motel on Seabreeze Boulevard. On the afternoon of June 1, 1991, a cleaning lady discovered Barrett's body. She had been assayed and strangled. Police quickly created a facial composite of the suspect, including details of his tattoos, barbed wire and hearts with names, and circulated it throughout Broward County. Despite these efforts, the case went cold. On June 6, 1995, Mary Phillips and her 11-year-old daughter Lacey were attacked at Mary's office in Bald Knob, Arkansas. The assailant, equipped with latex gloves, a wire, and a BB gun, broke into the premises. He assayed and murdered Mary and brutally beat Lacey to the point that she appeared dead. He then tied her to a chair in the bathroom before leaving the scene. On April 24, 2017, Jones was executed at the Cummins Unit in Arkansas alongside Marcel Williams, marking the first double execution in the U.S. in 17 years. For his final meal, Jones requested fried chicken, potato logs with tartar sauce, beef jerky bites, 3 candy bars, a chocolate milkshake, and fruit punch. Shortly before his execution, Jones handed his sister a letter he had written in 2006, instructing her to open it 1 year after his death. In that letter, he provided a detailed confession to the murder of Regina Harrison, including information only the true perpetrator could have known. Following this revelation, Jones's body was exhumed and DNA testing confirmed his involvement. In February 2019, the Broward County Attorney's Office officially declared that Jones, not Ronald Stewart, was Harrison's real killer. Paula McMahon, a spokeswoman for the attorney's office, stated that officials would take steps to vacate Stewart's wrongful conviction and investigate Jones's past further to determine whether he had committed other murders in Florida or elsewhere in the U.S. Marcel Wayne Williams, April 24, 2017, lethal injection. On the morning of November 20, 1994, 22-year-old nurse technician Stacy Ray Erickson, a mother of a son and daughter, was heading to work when she stopped at a gas station in Jacksonville near Little Rock, Arkansas. Around 6:45 a.m., 24-year-old Marcel Wayne Williams approached her and held her at gunpoint, forcing her into the front passenger seat of a car. Williams took the driver's seat and drove Erickson to multiple ATMs, compelling her to withdraw money. 18 separate transactions were made, yielding a total of $350. 2 witnesses observed the abduction at the gas station and later identified Williams as the gunman. Williams then transported Erickson to a location near the Arkansas River, where he assayed and strangled her. He buried her body in a shallow grave near the scene of the murder before fleeing the area. 9 days later, on November 29, Williams was arrested for outstanding charges involving the assay of 2 other women. During questioning for those unrelated cases, he admitted to kidnapping Erickson but claimed she was still alive to the best of his knowledge. Nearly a week later, on December 5, 1994, authorities located Erickson's body. Forensic evidence confirmed that Williams had essayed her, and the autopsy established that she had died from strangulation. On April 5, 1995, Pulaski County prosecutors formally charged Marcel Wayne Williams with murder, essay, aggravated robbery, and kidnapping in connection with the crime. 46-year-old Marcel Wayne Williams was executed by lethal injection at the Cummins unit following the scheduled execution of Jack Harold Jones 3 hours earlier. Witnessing the event, Jacob Rosenberg, a reporter for the Arkansas Times, described seeing Williams struggle as the drugs were administered. According to Rosenberg, Williams breathed heavily and repeatedly arched his back off the gurney before becoming motionless. He was officially pronounced dead at 10:33 p.m., 9 minutes after losing all visible movement. For his final meal, Williams requested 3 fried chicken breasts, fried potato wedges with ketchup, nacho chips topped with chili and cheese sauce and jalapenos, ice cream, banana pudding, and 2 bottles of Mountain Dew. He did not have any last words. Kenneth Dwayne Williams, April 27, 2017, lethal injection. Williams was responsible for the deaths of 4 people across Arkansas and Missouri. In 1998, he was sentenced to life without parole in Arkansas for the murder of a university pre-med student and cheerleader. The following year, Williams staged a daring escape from prison by hiding inside a 500-gallon barrel filled with pig slop. Shortly after escaping, he shot and killed another man and stole his truck a few miles from the prison, and later unintentionally caused the death of a man during a police pursuit in Missouri. He was convicted for the murder committed soon after his escape and sentenced to death. In 2005, Williams admitted to an additional murder that had occurred in 1998. He became the last inmate executed in Arkansas. For his final meal, Kenneth Williams requested 2 pieces of fried chicken accompanied by sweet rice, barbecue pinto beans, a slice of bread, peanut butter cookie, and a cinnamon roll. Williams delivered his final words by reading from a written statement held by a prison official. I humbly extend my sincerest of apologies to the families I senselessly wronged and deprived of their loved ones, the families of Dominic Hurd, Gerald Jenkins, Cecil Boren, Michael Greenwood. I was more than wrong. The crimes I perpetrated against you all was senseless, extremely hurtful, and inexcusable. I humbly beg you your forgiveness and pray you find the peace, healing, and closure you all deserve. I'm not the person I was. I've been transformed. Some things can't be undone. I seek forgiveness. In February 2025, a bill was introduced in Arkansas to permit the use of nitrogen hypoxia as a method of execution, following Alabama's initial use of the method, which had resulted in the executions of 4 inmates between January 2024 and February 2025. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signed the legislation into law on March 18, marking Arkansas the 5th state in the U.S., alongside Alabama, Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Louisiana, to authorize executions using nitrogen hypoxia. As of June 28, 2025, there are 23 men on death row in Arkansas.